doing a spot of match commentary here. I'm late because the match started over an hour late. I'm going to blame daylight saving time and time zones. I don't actually know that that's the reason, but I would strongly suspect that's the reason why this match started late. Anyway, I've just started looking at this game, so I don't know who has what decks, whatever. I'm pretty sure this is game one. Um, which chord? Um, It looks to me like this is such a good turn for HvB that I would think that HvB would be ahead, but maybe not. My guess is he needs to score here. This seems very well. Maybe it's not that dangerous. I don't know how many. If this is three wharves, I assume this last card is this. It's got to be a state. So three wharves, two bridges, and he's just bought two bridges. So there's three bridges and four wharves on Kaplane's side, but nothing in play. So you take a village here, I think, and then take a wharf and then play a couple wharves. This is a really tricky spot with Mountain Village as to what you do. But I think you want to take another village, and I think you want to take wharves, and I think you don't take more than that because you don't want to just kill your next shuffle. And I think you're planning on hoping to have one of those. Six buys is not enough to end the game here. Um, yeah, this is tough because you don't want to lower piles, but you also have to be somewhat concerned. What are these last two cards? Probably not a silver, could be a copper. How many bridges? This is two bridges. I think this is both bridges, maybe? You're going to have a lot of draw. No, it's a bridge and a wharf. Well, wait, I should be able to figure this out based on when he looked. Two estates, spice merchant, two coppers. Okay, so I don't think it's. There were three wharves. So one of them's a wharf, and how many bridges? Yeah, it's a wharf and a bridge. So he just needs to work out what HvBoedefeld can do on his next turn, make sure that HvB can't win, and otherwise he should be in pretty good shape. Not sure actually if he can play around winning, HvB winning. HvB also only has one of the wharves in play this turn, so it's going to be a bit hard to draw that much. Um, I think Kaplane has everything he needs really to go off next turn. So he's very likely to win on his next turn, I want to say. So then it's just a question of what to get here to maximize chances. Okay, that seems dangerous. Now, can HvB get six buys? Unless the plan here is like Fairgrounds Triple Estate. Another Spice Merchant? Uh-huh. I'm not feeling that play from Kaplane. I think he didn't really need to have a bigger turn next turn. I think his turn was plenty big. The Spice Merchant's okay-ish, but Yeah, and this left him open to losing this way, right? This should be wharf, wharf, wharf. He has exactly the money. Yeah. Oh, what? Press the bridge. Yeah. I think kaplane could have played around that, right? Hmm, maybe he couldn't have, but I think he could have. I think he could have bought province and a couple of estates or something. And with as many wharves in play as he had, I think his chances were good enough to go for that. Yes. Let's look at the turn count or the color. Um, we are connected to the game server. Okay, amulet thins. Doctor maybe also thins, depending on your opener. So you could open Doctor here on 4. Gear, Workers Village, Highway, Torturer. A lot of stuff going on. I'm not the most keen on black market here, but it's probably okay. The Workers Village seems to be really important. Um, yeah. Do you open Doctor on the 4-3? I think I'd be inclined to, I think, just open double Amulet and then try to get some Workers Villages and Gears and go that way. And then pick up Torturers and maybe you're not going to hit 4 reliably enough if you do that. I mean, you can always just take one of your amulets for money at some point. Yeah, you'll hit 4 okay. Yeah, I think I like that. Amulet. I think black market would be quite a bad open here. And while maybe you can work it in later, I kind of think you have everything you need. And I wouldn't at all mind skipping it. There are some cards from the black market that would do you a lot of good. Goons, Outpost, King's Court. Trying to think of what else would be a big help. There's not a lot. I mean, obviously, there's plenty of stuff that would be fine, but the cost of adding a terminal silver to your deck is non-trivial. Okay, so this amulet should trash the estate, and then what do you buy between silver and gear? Gear is tempting. Yeah. Same thing here for HvB. Now I think Kaplane should probably trash estate and then take a money and buy a workers village. And he'll be able to trash his last estate next turn. And HvB is in the exact same spot as Sicko has pointed out here. And I think I'd even do the same thing here. Get another workers village. Workers village is going to be a pretty important pile. Now we have a discrepancy. trashes again instead, which is also reasonable. Yeah, of course. Maybe that's better. Set two aside and take another gear, I would guess. Maybe Torturer won't be that important. They're going to be thin enough. You're going to want at least a little bit of Torturer, though. Okay, you set two aside here and buy a workers' village, I think. These last two cards down here are... one of them's a... Oh, he's not setting anything aside to get a peddler with the workers' village. Not super keen on that. This should be double trash. Buy two peddlers. Certainly one of these should be trash. I think this should also be a trash. Takes the money. Okay. Again, I want to trash here and buy another workers' village. Not a huge fan of this silver, but it's fine. But you want to get that deck under control because it's going to start exploding once it is. I think I'd take a third workers' village over gear. He's taking money. Takes a torturer. Yeah, that might be okay. But I'd be wanting to thin more pretty soon. So obviously you're going to set the gear aside. Now I think you got to buy a workers' village here, right? Yeah, okay. And lead on... Well, you're going to play the peddler and the workers' village, so play these first. Now play the gear. Set aside the... Sets aside the amulet. I think I might have gone the other way on that. This should be another workers' village, right? You got to get the third one and pick up a free peddler. Workers' village is important because it's the source of actions and it's the source of oh, I don't like the second torture. This over terminaled is what it looks like to me. Not enough villages. Okay, so play the gear. Set aside village copper. And double trash. Sets aside two coppers. Why? Oh, because you want to buy another peddler. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. I think you... Okay, taking money is reasonable. You want to get a 5. You want the 5 to be... highway. Maybe another workers' village, honestly. But I think highway. You're going to have a lot of buys. Yeah. Highway and then get 3 peddlers. And then next turn you want to try to, like, empty out as many workers' villages as possible, maybe. This looks like a really good spot for HvB. It's hard to get enough vineyards fast enough because you're limited by your potion number. They may be worth a lot, but it's just slow, whereas you can just drain provinces with the number of highways they can get, I think. I mean, piles are also going to end because workers' villages, peddlers, and highways can all run. Yeah. Yeah, and this looks to be pretty close to game over to me. Absolutely needs to buy a village here. Does so. Good for him. Okay. Put your cards in hand first. Trash these coppers. I think Kaplane was pretty far behind already, honestly. Workers' village, highway, peddler, workers' village, highway. Play all this stuff. Play the peddler. Play the workers' village. 7 money. Yeah, I think I would. Well, I wouldn't set aside anything with this gear because I would buy highway, workers' village, peddler, peddler. Well, I don't like this as much. You want to get more buys, I think. So I'm guessing this is probably going to be highway, peddler, peddler, peddler. Could be also workers' village black market, I guess. But I don't like that as much. Not going to draw as well next turn, but I guess there is the. Yeah, I could easily pile on those three or other three. Could be gears or something as well. The torturers just don't hurt enough here. You take the curse. Curses could run. Um, take the curse again. Easy peasy, take the curse here. You're going to draw everything and then you can just trash them with your amulets. You should take a silver here, draw it with the gear, set nothing aside, buy highway, workers village, peddler, peddler. Sets aside a copper? No, you want another village. You don't know. You don't want the black market. You want a village. Right? Is that. Am I insane here? Also, let's play the village here. The last cards in this deck are a highway. You're going to set aside gear and copper, I assume. You're going to play village. He sets aside, okay. I guess he can't make use of the buys. This might be a good play. So, hear me out. Triple workers village here. Gives you all the pile control, and you have plenty of draw. You're going to draw your deck. You're going to have a pile out next turn. Right? Nine money, some cost reduction. You could pile out, say, 7 buys. Would not quite be enough to pile estates, I guess. But it would be enough to pile curses and score. Unless Kaplane doesn't play any torturers. I don't know. This is probably okay. This black market's not going to do anything, though. I mean, it's going to be a fancy silver, probably. I don't think it's going to do much beyond that. But, yeah, the workers' villages would give you all manner of pile control. I never liked the black market. Okay. So peddler, peddler, black market here is the next sequence of cards to play for Kaplane. He's in desperate need of more villages, but it's also slightly scary for him to actually get them. Ooh, taking Ghost Ship is pretty painful. No, you don't want to put the curses. Uh, you don't want to put the curses back. This was a mistake. Because so Kaplane needs more villages, but if Kaplane would say get 2 villages here, yeah. Now if you could trash the curses as HvB, you would be able to win. As it is, he can't. Right? Because he could buy 5 curses and a province and win by a point if those were trashed. It's a game-losing play, I think. Don't set anything aside. Okay. Gear. Don't set anything aside. No. Workers' village. Workers' village. Peddler. Workers' village. Highway. I guess you play the black market first in case you find something. Ghost Town is fine. Conspirator is -1 money. 6 buys. Yeah, he would have had a win here. As it is, things look a lot harder. He could buy 4 silvers in Conquest. Could buy Province. um, Something like Province Highway. I don't know, it all looks a bit bad. I don't think he can win now because yeah, it was a game losing play, I think. I mean, also taking more villages the turn before would have helped a lot. I don't see it. I think he has to take Duchy. I mean, just Kaplane, if Kaplane can draw, and Kaplane needs to get to a Torturer here. Okay, don't set anything aside. But, um, Peddler, Workers Village. Okay, now, this is 6 buys. Hamlet seems very good. I think. I think Hamlet's good here. But you should work out a win. I think there's a win. So if he buys nothing, he plays Workers Village, he gains a silver with this amulet, he plays Torturer. HvBoedefeld discards. Has to discard, or it's losing. Okay, now, and just the estates, right? Yeah. Yeah, that was a very key mistake on a couple of turns there from HvBoedefeld that took a good position and turned it into a lost game. I mean, also there was some stuff going on there in black market land and whatnot, but yeah, spice merchant peasant. I mean, it wasn't necessarily a win. Kaplane can play differently, whatever, but Spice Merchant Hermit gets you drawing pretty fast. Uh, what are you eventually doing here? You're getting lots of vassals and peasant, city quarter. Not sure. I don't like transmogrify here. Um, I think you'll eventually get teacher also. Probably actually could just get a lot of soldiers at some point too. I just don't really understand what the transmog is doing. What is silver getting you? I guess it gets you a storyteller. I guess you do that. Question mark. But I'm not super keen on it. There's a transmog, but I think I'd prefer Hermit. Madman's a really good card, and trashing your states is also good. Regain Hermit and get a Madman. I mean, at some point, yes, you will need to do something, but I guess you could take a Vassal. Takes a Peasant. Okay. You just want a lot of actions for City Quarter, and then probably Vineyard. Oh, I don't like Silver. I think Vassal's just better, basically, because of what I just said. This hurts. This soldier play hurts. Is this gonna be a storyteller? I think it actually should be a city quarter already. That's what I want to do here. City quarter. 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 Feels bad, man. Oh, I think I would have discarded the madman and played the spice merchant on the copper, and then just played the soldier and been fine with that. He kind of doesn't want to shuffle, is what I'm guessing here, but he's going to anyway. Okay. 6. Let's see what this does. Storyteller. Not a big fan of that. I think I would have gone for City Quarter again. Probably Vassal into City Quarter. Possibly Vassal into City Quarter. This is nothing. I don't think you want another. Maybe it's another City Quarter. Um, I don't know. You really want to disciple them, is what you want to do. How How much money does he make right now? Maybe it's, I don't know, it's kind of close. Okay, discard the estate. Now you want to cycle 5 cards exactly, I think, which is the max he can do. Maybe you could risk cycling 3. Okay, so he's to deck draw. He needs to start figuring out what he's going to do with said deck draw. Okay, Storyteller, I don't really see doing much. You can T-Mog it, I guess. Hermit, trash estate, gain vassal, buy vassal. Go all action. Okay, he's gonna take a madman. This is okay. I think HvB was maybe ahead anyway. Having the city quarter is so big, and the storytellers aren't doing much. Like, yeah, he's drawing his deck. Big deal. Take a vassal. Take a vassal. Not a tax man. Anyway, disciple the city quarter, of course. I'd be pounding all the vassals. Just all the vassals. I'm trying to think what these last cards are. I guess he's gonna draw it all. Madman next. Then Hermit. Trashing estate, gaining an action, gaining a vassal, I think. Then you draw with city quarter. Then you play the action that you gained. Then you trash first with Spice Merchant for coins and buy. HvB seems far ahead, very far ahead. But I think even without this Fortunato collision, which was going to happen sooner or later, would be ahead. Might also take a peasant instead of the vassal here. You want to work up your next thing, I think. I don't understand why sometimes I get the reconnected message without having gotten the disconnected. Don't know what that is. Hermit just to get another gainer? Maybe. Might get a vassal directly. I got to figure out what you're buying, I guess. Another peasant? Okay. This makes it look like you're going for um, the soldier stack. In which case you'd go like peasant vassal vassal, or you could easily go for a prince. You could get a city quarter. There's a lot of options. You could go peasant vassal vassal city quarter. That seems pretty decent. It's just miles ahead. Maybe you don't need the city quarter, but I think I'd want it for reliability. So far ahead. Just want to make sure you don't dud. Do you have a terminal issue? I don't think you do. I mean, I think you are going to be able to disciple city quarter pretty regularly because you're going to be able to find one when you draw your disciple. So it's not like 100%, but you're going to do it pretty often. Um, so that would have been adding 3 terminals and 1 village, which seems like too many, but you can always play the thing as, first of all, vassal isn't always terminal because sometimes it finds another action card. But beyond that, um, yeah, this is overseeming. It's a weird time to play the transmog, but it's fine. Take a vassal or peasant, maybe. Yeah, you want buys. You want buys, sure. No, you should have vassaled into that. Not that it's going to matter, I guess. This game seems excessively over. Taxman's hanging around, not really doing much, but that's fine. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so at some point you want to get a potion. You want to get more plus buy stuff. Potion, peasant. Which leaves you 7. I might just buy another city quarter. Guess you don't need to go for the potion. Like, you just go for provinces pretty soon. I don't know. The world is his burrito. Could turn a soldier into a fugitive because having another disciple is fantastic. Um, I don't know. I think like anything seems good. Prince is fine. What happens if you disciple a prince? Is there a bug? Honestly, I think the prince could do stone nothing and it would still be winning for HvB. Took a teacher. Interesting. Don't like that. Oh. Hmm. +1 on storyteller just makes it draw more. Drawing is not his problem. He can draw all the cards. Like, he just way overdrew with that storyteller. Just far too much. I don't understand. I don't understand. 6 storytellers are labs plus, and I'm just confused. Like, the deck doesn't do anything. Gains peasant. You'd like to play soldier, soldier, peasant, peasant, spice merchant. I don't think you can do this. No, you want to trash the tax man. I think more than the spice man. You kind of want to trash them both. Fugitive. The vassal got set aside. Okay. So you play fugitive, you play city quarter, you play city quarter. You have a pretty rotten turn, comparatively. You go soldier, soldier, peasant. You have 10 with your 10. I don't know. You kind of just want another city quarter. You'll definitely have a lot more actions on your next turn because you've got the prince set aside, but maybe I would get potion city quarter here. I mean, again, the world is the oyster. He could take like 2 turns off and he'd still be easily winning, I think. By the way, have you ever had oyster burritos? I have not. I'm actually not a fan of either oysters nor either nor. Is that's a bad construction on my part. Turn to soldier into another fugitive. It's a little bit odd looking to me. Again, I don't think it's mattering. What is this disciple doing for kaplane? Surely it's hitting oh, kaplane got a city quarter. Okay, great. So it's going for a city quarter. Now you storyteller with no treasures, and you storyteller with no treasures. You taxman first, probably. Okay, and now you just play all your terminals. Discard taxman. I don't understand that comment. Not seeing what kaplane can really do here. He's making 12. He can make a little bit more. His peasant can turn into a soldier, which will help. So I think he should buy peasant and something. Hermit. Hermit seems fine. Keep the soldier, turn the peasant into a soldier, close up shop. Now, HvB obviously plays a vassal at the start of turn. Oh, can call teacher first. Put plus money or buy on city quarter. And then you're going to stick the other on, yeah, vassal probably coming up. Okay. Plays a peasant, which you definitely want to play. Just start city quartering. Disciple city quarter. I think. I don't think there's a pile out here quite yet. Maybe next turn. Oh, having the taxman in play ups your soldiers. That's cute. Looks like HVB needs more buys. It's only going to have 3. I think money might have been the wrong choice. I think buys might be more important, but we'll see. This game should be ending within the next couple turns, I think. Vassal? That doesn't seem right at all. You need more buys, right? You either have to take peasant or hermit to get another peasant. Player fugitive. Okay. Well, okay, yeah. It's like don't forget to not draw, to draw. Okay, 4 buys, 26 money. Go triple province and peasant. Could go for a lot of things. Triple province peasant seems pretty good to me. You just win next turn. Maybe that's more provinces than you need, and you should just try to be reliable. Double province, peasant, city quarter. I don't really see a 3 pile happening. I'm not sure if you can actually quite make enough money for that. But he's going to have an extra disciple next turn. Again, all roads lead to Rome. Again, all cliches you want to use here. Story, what? What? No, storyteller is so bad. There still could be a pile out here. If kaplane can't do it first. It's gonna be hard though. Gonna be hard. There's not enough buys for kaplane. I don't think he can. Looking at storytellers and estates. I mean, I think the first city quarter is fine. I think the storyteller is the biggest problem. Also, the money on the. I don't know. It doesn't really make a lot of sense, but he's so far ahead it should still be winning. Now, what is in this hand? There's 3 actions only. So this is peasant, soldier, storyteller, 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 Disciple, what is this card? Taxman, Soldier. So you could play Taxman, draw, and then go Soldier, Soldier, Soldier. If you Disciple Hermit, gains you a couple more Hermits. You can then draw them. You can play a couple more Hermits. That's not getting you anywhere. I don't think there's much to do. Yeah, you do this. You draw with Storyteller. And then you just start, and then you play Soldier, and then you Disciple Soldier. And somehow hope to have another turn. Uh, Also, is there any thought to taking, yeah, Potion? Wait, he discipled Storyteller? Why? That does not seem like the card to disciple. You can two-pile with a lead. Right? Like Storyteller, Storyteller, Estate probably gives them a lead, but it's only two-pile. Actually, I'm not sure how many actions I could count. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, looks like it wouldn't even. Province and another potion. Okay. Okay. Seems like quite reasonable plays. Um, Soldier into Fugitive, Peasant to Soldier makes sense. Womp womp. Play it, I think. No, maybe not. Maybe not, maybe not, because you can play it later. And this Storyteller feels real bad. I don't think he can pile out. Okay, if you go Disciple on Hermit, you can pile Hermits maybe? How close is he to doing that? Disciple a Hermit gains 3 Hermits, draw. Disciple Hermit gains 3 Hermits, draw. Yeah. This probably also wins though. Silver? Oh, he's gonna do this. He's just taking a bunch of points. Okay. I mean, this probably wins. It doesn't win as much as it should, but it probably wins. I wonder how close, if he didn't take, if he played slightly differently here, how close is he to getting 6 provinces? So he has one, he could have two, so this is going to be 5, 6, 7, 18 money, plus a lot, plus, I'm not sure. He's kind of close to 6 provinces. Guess he doesn't have the buys for that. Discard the gold, I assume. The hermit, okay. That makes some sense as well. He's going to play teacher. He's going to have a ton of money. He's going to buy double vineyard, triple province or something. Well, okay. A little bit sloppy, but it works. Looks like this is the end for now. So thanks for watching, everybody.